So what you should have by now is the bomb detecting whether it hits the top left corner of the sub, because we are using the distance formula from the bomb's location to the top left corner of the sub, which is fine if you're in quadrant number one. But if you're in any of the other quadrants, then it's not going to work all the time. So what we need to do first is we need to check, is the bomb in quadrant one? And if it is in quadrant one, then that's exactly what we're going to do. Right? So how does that look in code? Well, let's go ahead and check if the bomb is in the top left quadrant. How do we check for anything in code? Well, we have variables, branches, and loops. And these are the only tools that we have. Variables are used to store data. Branches are used to make a decision or check for something. And loops are used to repeat a block of code. So what's going to help us in this situation is the branch to check. So what is a branch? It's an if statement. I'm going to say if some Boolean expression is true, then my bomb is in the top left quadrant. Well, looking at this, right, we want to compare the bombs x and the subs x. And then we also want to compare the bombs y and the subs y. Right? So let's go ahead and look at the bombs x and sub x. How are they related, right? If the bomb is in the top left quadrant. Well, since 0 is the left side of the world and 300 is the right side of the world, right? Is the bomb less than, is the bomb's x position less than or greater than the sub's x position? Right? Well, since 0 is the left side of the screen, the bomb's x is less than the sub's x. And so that's what we're going to be checking for here. Right? If the bomb x is less than sub x, that means the bomb is to the left of the left side of the sub, because the left side of the sub is the sub x. Right? This is the left side of the sub right here. And the bomb is to the left of the left side of the sub. Okay, so now what about the bomb's y? All right, well, since we know that in this world, 0 is the top of the world and 300 is the bottom of the world, well, is the bomb's y position less than or greater than the sub's y position? Right, and what is the sub's y position? The sub's y position is the top of the sub. So is the bomb's y position less than or greater than the sub's y position? Well, since 0 is the top of the world, then the bomb's y position must be less than or above the sub's y position. And so that's what we need to check for. So we're going to say and bomb y is less than sub y. Right? And if that's true, if both of these Boolean expressions are true, then we know that the bomb is in the top left quadrant for sure, without a doubt. And you might want to think about it and put a less than or equal to on both of those. And if this is true, then what are we going to do in the body of the if statement? Well, we're going to we're going to calculate distance to the sub's top left corner. And so that's how you're going to check and make sure that you only calculate the distance to the sub's top left corner if you're in the top left quadrant of the world.